Today I thought I'd share how I built my jewelry business to 6 figures and how I made it memorable. So the first thing that I'd love to touch on is having a clear brand identity. And this is so important, especially since COVID. There are so many jewelers out there and a lot of competition. So what I really did initially, actually, I had quite a broad audience and quite a broad niche. And then I slowly niched down. So for example, first I just had women aged 30 to 50 with extra money for handmade jewelry, and realized that wasn't really clear enough, because within that, if you think of all the women you know and all the women in the world aged 30 to 50 and how different their style is, their values are, their passions, hates, loves, all of that stuff, it's super different. So then I niched down and I said it's handmade jewelry, and then I niched down to sustainable handmade jewelry. It still wasn't very clear who that group of 30 to 50-year-old women were. And then I niched down to Scandi minimalist handmade ethical jewelry, and that's when it all clicked and started to sell. When I rebranded on Instagram and made that visually clear as well in terms of my brand identity, that's when shops, galleries, everything started to happen. They started reaching out to me, way more sales direct, way more interest. And this is really how important it is to have that clear brand identity, because obviously us jewelers, we think it's just the jewelry. We're so focused on the jewelry being beautiful, and we're like, but the piece is beautiful, surely it should sell itself. I wish it used to work like that, but not anymore, unfortunately. We really need to spend more time helping people feel fully immersed in the brand itself. So that is number one. The second thing is storytelling. So behind not only the brand, you need to have your brand values, your brand story, but then you have your collection idea and then individual stories for each piece. This really helped me. So especially when you have a whole bunch of pieces in your collection and people are there, especially you see it if you're in person with them and they're like, oh, they're all so pretty, I don't know which one to buy. And then you tell the stories behind each of them, and then they're like, okay, cool, okay, it's between this one and this one, but I really like the story behind that one more, I connect with that more, I'm gonna pick that piece. So I've seen it firsthand how much more drawn to pieces people are and how much more inclined they are to buy from you. Because if you just think of jewelry in the world, there's so much jewelry, and they could pick anything else, right? They can buy from Zara, H&M, anything like that, if they just wanted the jewelry just for the jewelry's sake. But that type of person who buys that is more just looking for affordability, kind of throwaway jewelry. Whereas my brand is more about essential pieces that you keep, you wear for a long time. These are more investment pieces, so it's not just a quick purchase. So having a story behind it just adds extra value to it, and I really found that helped a lot in terms of sales, having that, because also people wear it close to yourself, people wear it on you, so each piece has its story, and then when you wear it, you're reminded of that story. So that also really helped me a lot. And then the third thing is having it visually different from others, because there's a lot of jewelry out there, but you do want to have pieces that feel special, that feel a bit different. And what I actually did is I really made sure when I was creating collections that I didn't look at other jewelry for inspiration. I came with the concept and the theory, did lots of drawing, did lots of experimentation with paper, with wire, with copper, and all of that stuff, just to get a feel for it. So I felt the ideas behind the pieces were authentically mine and not something that I'd seen on Pinterest, for example. So coming at your design inspiration from your more personal angle rather than seeing what you've seen. Because I literally personally, if I've seen things and I'm like, oh, that's nice, I cannot get the image out of my head. And then I'm I don't know how to create. So just having fun with that process and playing with it, I found that really helpful for me. And I came up with much more original designs that way. So yeah, that helped me a lot. Then the fourth thing is having a defined mission that goes beyond making things pretty. So again, like I mentioned, we as jewelers always focus just on the jewelry. But actually what is really helpful and worked for me is having brand values and your brand aesthetic and ethos, shall I say. So people buy into what you stand for as well. So when I added the sustainable, ethical side of the brand as well, obviously that then attracts people who care about that and who value that. And then already knowing that and having that as part of my brand made me more able to connect with them. So even like when I was talking about in stories about more personal things and, you know, like my lifestyle and all of that, it resonated with them. So it's great to have this, whatever that is for you. It's really important to have something beyond just the jewelry and just it being pretty that people can connect with you on. Especially since AI, guys, like people love authenticity and connecting with the maker behind the brand. And that's part of the deciding factor, is them connecting with you and being like, oh, I want to support her. Like, she's doing such a great job. I want one of her pieces. This piece is about XYZ. It's so much more of a conversation starter with friends of theirs when they're wearing your jewelry to say, oh my goodness, I love this piece. I got it from so-and-so and the meaning is blah, blah. And like, I literally am obsessed with it and I can't stop wearing it because this message is so important to me at the moment, whatever it is. So it's great to have not only the meaning behind the pieces, but then also like the general brand so that they can feel part of something. People love feeling part of something, you know? That's why religion exists, you know? So people love feeling part of a community and part of something that's bigger than them. And yeah, so I love having that as well as part of my brand. Also really helped. And the fifth thing is customer experience. So this is so important. And I've had so many comments and in my reviews, testimonials, my reviews on my website, when people have bought things, saying how amazing an experience it was buying from me. Everything felt super smooth. The packaging was really thoughtful and cared for. I actually have a whole YouTube video on my packaging. You guys can watch that as well. But basically, making sure that from the second that the person interacts with your brand, they have a super nice, smooth experience. So building that know, like, trust, that if you guys have watched my YouTube videos for a while, you know I'm always going on about helping people get to know you, like you, and trust you. Well, I hope those were helpful. And if you're looking for ways to make your brand memorable and you want to chat and are interested in getting some support with that, feel free to click the link, the first link in the description, and you can book a call with me just for 15 minutes. You can hear a bit more about your brand and see if there's a way that I can support you where you are at right now.